Kind Katie.
Yes, Mucky.
I always feel like something will happen before an album. I'll put a piece of music together, and that kind of is a sign of things to come. Now, I want to give a shout out to Miss Alana Lynn, who's in the audience. Now, before this album, the last thing I had done was a birthday song, which has been very popular. We won a contest, it got out there, and it's been really fun. And it wasn't intentional, I don't think, but for some reason it had almost like an Afrobeat feel to it, which I didn't have that in my head when we were working on it.
Well, maybe that's why I like it so much.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of came out that way. And so when you submitted your music, what did you submit, by the way?
I submitted 2 songs from the Tune Yards, who I actually got familiar with through Alana. I think Alice had sent you or given you a CD of Tune Yards, and I picked it up, and I've been a huge fan ever since. And then I think I sent, my last piece was from Zap Mamaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I heard that, and I was like, they're really, if you haven't heard the Tune Yards, they're really cool. They do a lot of really interesting vocal stuff. Now, one thing that was significant about the song that Alana and I did is it was the first time in years I actually used my voice on anything. I pretty much stopped singing. Alana's really encouraged me to. Nicole has really encouraged me to. So in Alana's song, I was like, I'll do it as long as I'm in the background, but my voice is somewhat audible. With your song, there was no way I could put it together without me singing. So this is a vocally based song.
Oh, wow. What?
Yeah, it's vocally based, much like the Tune Yards piece. It's also very much a kind of cut and paste operation, if you will. Now, I think the way the gal from the Tune Yards does it is she'll take these vocal samples and chop them up, and I kind of tried to do a similar thing, and what wound up happening is the lead line in this song is actually a shaker as opposed to a melody. It's a rhythmic song, and the lead it's all about the shaker part. And it came about.
Did you do that because I talked about how much I loved the shaker in rehearsal with Doug?
It was a happy accident, actually.
Really?
I was going to put in a shaker loop, and the volume was out of balance, and it was kind of doing this weird thing, and I was like, hey, this is really cool, and it's in time perfectly with the song. Screw it, I'm going to do this. So it's 2 dueling shakers, and it gives this really interesting sound. And then, of course, Kind Katie. By the way, why are you Kind Katie? Can you talk a little bit about how you came to be Kind Katie?
Oh, gosh. Actually, I was stumped as to what adjective should be used. I'm not really good at self-assessment in that way. And I thought that I should ask around. And so I asked some friends what they thought, and I think the adjective that came up that resonated the most was Killer Katie. And but killer was used by someone else.
Kiara, who we'll hear in a little bit.
Yeah. Killer was used by someone else. And so I thought of things that have been said to me over time. And actually I had to scroll through adjectives that start with K and stuff. And I just ended up on kind because it seemed like if I'm not always kind, at least I always strive to be kind.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so anyway, there's something else that's very important. That it's the last thing I want to say before we hear your piece. Kind Katie is 3 movements. We have kind of the Katie that we experience a lot of the time, and that's this kind of happy-go-lucky Katie that's just having a good time, dancing. That's Katie part 1.
Rhonda looks skeptical.
Because there's part 2 that's more of a private Katie that not everybody gets to see, and there's sometimes a sadness about Katie. And so I wanted to have that sadness be a part of this song too. And then...
Oh, God.
And then...
Here it goes.
There's Katie's booty.
Wow.
So there is...
I can't believe you're publicly talking
There is a tribute to Katie's booty in this song. And it goes in that order. We're going to hear Funky Fun Katie, Sad Katie, Katie's booty. Repeat. Kind Katie, are you ready to finally hear your piece of music?
Sure.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the debut of Kind Katie. All right, Kind Katie, what do you think? Is it okay?
I love it. So good.
Do you feel it is who you are?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. I'm impressed. I'm actually really flattered that this is what you think of me.
Well, you helped me a little bit too with your suggestions and your booty. I mean, what can I say? Yeah. Woo! Well, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for letting us do this. All right, Kind Katie.